Government contribution. The government would deposit $1,000 into an investment account for each newborn child. This account would be tied to the market with an expected average annual return of around 7%. By the time the child turns 18, the initial $1,000 could grow to approximately $7,000 through compound interest. Corporate contributions. CEOs from major companies like Uber, Dell, Goldman Sachs, and others are expected to announce contributions to these accounts. The goal is to collectively invest billions of dollars into these accounts for their employees' children. Additional features. Families would have the option to contribute up to $5,000 per year to these accounts. The accounts will be tax-deferred and track the overall U.S. stock market. Potential benefits. Financial security. By the time the child reaches adulthood, they will have a significant amount of money that could be used for education, starting a business, or other financial goals. Incentive for families. This could provide an incentive for families to have more children by offering financial support. Economic growth. By encouraging more children and providing them with financial resources, it could potentially boost long-term economic growth. Challenges and considerations. Fiscal responsibility. Some fiscally conservative Republicans might oppose a plan due to concerns about government spending and the potential long-term fiscal impact. There may be debates about the sustainability of such a program, especially if it involves significant government funding. Implementation details. The program would need clear guidelines on eligibility, contribution limits, and how the accounts will be managed. There may be discussions about combining this with other financial incentives, such as increasing the child tax credit. Political dynamics. The proposal would need to navigate the legislative process, which could involve negotiations and potential changes. The timing and passage of the bill could be influenced by political considerations, including the upcoming elections and the overall political climate. Conclusion. This proposal, if implemented, could have a transformative impact on families and the economy. However, it would need to address various practical and political challenges. The involvement of major CEOs and potential for significant corporate contributions could be a game changer, but the final form of the program remains to be seen. It's important to stay informed about the legislative developments and the discussions surrounding this proposal to understand its potential impact and the likelihood of its implementation. Introduction. Overview of the proposal and its significance. Brief background on the Trump administration's focus on economic relief and family support. Detailed explanation of the proposal. Description of Trump accounts or MAGA accounts. How the accounts will be funded initially with $1,000. The role of corporate contributions from major companies. Meeting with CEOs. Detailed account of the meeting at the White House. List and background of the CEOs involved. Discussion on the potential impact of corporate contributions. Investment and growth potential. Explanation of how the initial $1,000 could grow over time with market returns. Examples of potential uses for the funds by the time the child reaches adulthood. Discussion on the concept of compound interest and its benefits. Legislative process and challenges. Detailed description of the legislative journey of the proposal. Challenges facing the House and Senate. Perspectives of fiscally conservative Republicans and their concerns. Child tax credit modifications. Explanation of the current child tax credit and proposed changes. Analysis of the potential impact of these changes on families. Discussion on the debate surrounding the child tax credit. Incentives for American families. Exploration of the proposals aimed to incentivize family growth. Discussion on the economic and social factors influencing family planning. Analysis of how financial support could address these concerns. Additional contributions to the accounts. Explanation of the option for families to contribute up to $5,000 annually. Discussion on the feasibility and potential impact of these contributions. Examples of how different contribution levels could affect the growth of the accounts. Potential benefits and criticisms. Analysis of the potential benefits of the proposal for American families. Discussion on possible criticisms and concerns from various stakeholders. Exploration of alternative proposals and their potential impact. Conclusion. Summary of the key points discussed. Reflection on the potential long-term impact of the proposal. Final thoughts on the importance of financial support for families.